Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about something entirely different from the charts. Today we're going to be talking about actually trading psychology. Before I get into that, if you're new to the channel and you're new to my content, be sure to like and subscribe if you end up enjoying this content, and let me know in the comments below if this video has helped you. Anyways, let's get straight to it. So, trading psychology. Trading psychology is not black and white as a lot of gurus make it out to be. And honestly, I think if you break down the words trading psychology and actually take trading out of it, what do you think of now? Psychology. I start to think about myself now, right? Because of the word trading psychology, you automatically assume trading, right? When in reality, psychology is psychology, period. Does not matter if you put whatever word in front of it. You could put cooking psychology, you could put racing psychology, whatever in front of it. In the end, psychology is psychology. So that means is all your psychological problems are everywhere and can be anywhere, not just excluded to the task at hand. So when I shifted that perspective, things started to change. And I started looking at different things. So, the human and the animal, two different things. Okay? The human mind is complex. We have needs, we have emotions, we have relationships, we lack relationships, we have ego, we have anxieties, we have all these different things that animals don't have. And when you look at an animal, they shit, they sleep, and they eat. That is it. That is all that animals do. And when they hunt, they get their job done. And when we have a task at hand, we hesitate. We think about it. We either do it or don't do it. That's what sets us apart from animals. Now, I'm not saying don't be human. That is not the topic of this conversation, because if anything, I'm very human. So because of that, now we can get to the main, like one of the main talking points. We have stresses, we have desires, conflicts, and that directly affects your trading performance. So our internalized issues bleed straight in to what you're trying to do. So, like hesitation, FOMO, overtrading, revenge trading, it could be caused from lack of companionship. It could be from your spirit, like your spirit. You can be battling lust. You can be battling with greed. You might have lack of discipline in the gym. You might have a piss poor diet. There could be a multiple things that you're not even acknowledging or looking at, and you're too focused on the charts. And for me, that was the thing. I'll give you a good visual of when I started addressing these issues, right? So, my trading journal here. So, this journal version 2, that is my funded journal. So, I got funded as of October 15th. So, this is all my funded trades, and this is all my prop firm trades. So, you can see September 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 8th, 9th, 11th, 12th, 18th, 25th. So you see, I was over trading, and I was forcing trades, and because of that, my performance was poor. As soon as I started changing some technical things and mindset, I started to take the trades that I need to take. I slowed down a little bit more, and then we come back over here. I slowed down tremendously. 21st, 23rd, 28th, 30th, 31st, 6th, the 13th, two trades on the 13th, and then 17th. My trades started spacing out. I started taking less trades. So as a result, my performance improved. I started off strong, and I'm still going strong. As of right now, we have a decent win rate, 44%. I target 1 to 2. I'm still profitable. But the main point is because of that shift in mindset, I was able to increase my performance. I'm literally 1 day away from my first ever payout. I've never gotten this close, and I wouldn't have ever gotten this close if I haven't shifted my mindset. So the main things that I worked on was one, my relationship with God. As of this year, I'm Christian. I don't know where I align yet 100%. I don't know if it's Catholicism, Christianity, or, whatever other branches like the Baptist Church or whatever, but all I know is Christ is my Savior. That is it. That is my walk. And I was struggling with a lot of temptations outside of trading. Lust, greed. I was wrestling with a lot of morality. I had all these different struggles. And my physical health, right? My physical health was lacking. I have hip problems. I have back problems. And as of last month, or just a hair before last month, so at the end of September, I started working out again. I got into calisthenics. And because of that, I was able to improve my actual discipline and my physical health. And overall, I feel more energetic. But because I was focusing on the externalized issues, I was able to improve myself overall, trading and myself. Because remember, when you think about trading psychology, don't think about trading psychology. Don't think about the trading aspect. Think about all of it. Psychology encompasses everything. Before trading, there's psychology, right? What came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, in this case, psychology came first before trading, right? So, what I'm trying to get at is focus on the outside issues. Like if you have unresolved issues with a person, or if you have stresses that, you haven't addressed yet, you need to address those. I was doing things that, I didn't like doing. And there was things that I loved doing and I stopped doing it. I stopped watching the shows I liked. I stopped playing the games I liked. I stopped going on walks and stuff like that because I was so locked in on trading. And that's low key toxic. So I started picking up shows I liked. I started picking up games I liked. And honestly, like my mental health improved. You can't neglect aspects of your life and go all in. You can go all in, but there is a way to do it. And honestly, like neglecting yourself is not it. So, with that main talking point there and done, that's what's fully resolved my issues. Because I already knew what to do. I already know what I need to do. I already know my job. I know what I need to do. And that's why I've gotten this close to a payout. So now, let's go to the next talking point of this video. Now let's shift back to trading related. So, what are the psychological issues that traders deal with when they're face with a chart? It is going to be FOMO, hesitation, revenge trading, and overtrading. So, like we talked about, we have to address our externalized issues because I firmly believe your character off the charts is going to represent yourself. Your character off the charts reflects your character on the charts, right? So, if you're not going to be disciplined in the gym or anywhere else, do you expect yourself to be disciplined on the charts, right? That's completely logical. So, when you have these behaviors that you won't change, nothing else is going to change. So, you got to eliminate a lot of the noise, okay? So, one thing I started doing is I stopped looking for more confluences. I stopped looking at other people's trades or trading videos or whatever. I stopped looking at that. I don't need their confluences. I don't need their strategies. And I surely as hell don't need their course. I don't need any of that. I know what I need to do. I know that my system works. And I have to play by my system. Because once I start introducing everything else into my system, it just doesn't work. I have a win rate that I need to stick to. And That's it. Now, I'm not saying if you have friends or whatever that, are winning or, someone losing, don't ignore them, support them. But you don't need to know or care if somebody is hitting a 1 to 5 all the time or 1 to 10 all the time. Who cares? You know what you need to do. You have a job, and your job is being a trader. Your job is to enter a position based off your checklist or rules, whether you have discretion or mechanical system or whatever. You have rules no matter what. You have a trading plan. Your job is to execute based on your trading plan. And once you enter your trade, you manage the trade. And you have a criteria. And your criteria is going to be your profit targets. And your criteria is going to be your risk management. For your risk management, trail your stop loss, hit break even, trail in profits, close trade. That is it. That is your job. You have your checklist, you follow that, and that is it. You don't need to know this confluence, this confluence, this confluence, this confluence. You don't need to learn all that. Because all that's going to do is that's going to feed into your FOMO, and that's going to feed into your hesitation, and you're just going to spiral downward. Now, another thing too is, and I've been in this position, and there's changes you always have to make, right? For me, I found my system. I'm not changing it. But there's going to be people that need to change their system because statistically they're not it's not working out for them, even if they're disciplined and stuff like that. That's like if you have an issue with your the way you trade and it's actually like 100% technical, like a technical issue, then you need to make a change. But when you make that change, make sure that your changes are not because of FOMO. Make sure your changes are based on logic, data driven, or purely like logical intuition. No FOMO. Don't trade. Don't change your trading strategy because you saw somebody make a 1 to 10 hour freaking trade. No, cut the noise. So, this is exactly how I changed myself, right? So I can't say that's going to help you, but this is the way I looked at it. And because I made these changes, I looked at it differently. I was able to get, this far. I was able to, you know, lock in, you know, I don't know how to word it. It's just like I feel 100% better. I have more confidence I ever had. I'm literally 1 day away from securing my first ever payout. We'll see how big it is, but honestly, pretty exciting. But yeah, if this has helped you, let me know in the comments down below. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below. I'll answer them in the comments. And be sure to subscribe and follow my Instagram page for more. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. God bless.